I knew there was a cold hang on that 45. Well, hello everybody and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. So I want to say hello to all the gracious people on YouTube, and also I'll be in the Oldies and More chat room momentarily here. I want to welcome you to the April 3rd, 2024 All 60s show. This is the All 60s edition. Got some requests tonight. Got some cool 60s sounds out of my collection on this horrible evening here. It's been about 45 degrees. It is like teeming rain and heavy winds. And again, I'm hoping that the power does not go out because it has flickered. I don't know what flickering power does to your Wi-Fi connection or your cable connection, but it could interfere with this. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope it does not. But it is a horrible night. We'll be here for about 3 hours, a little bit of overtime as we always do. We opened up with a request tonight by instrumental request for listener Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph's. I didn't see if Joseph's in our YouTube chat room yet, but he sent Johnny G an email at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. This band originally from Norfolk, well, I should say the band leader, originally from Norfolk, Virginia, but then he relocated to New York City. He joined a 1950s vocal group called the Empires. They recorded for Harlem and Wing and Mercury Records. And he left the group in 1957 to manage another vocal group. They were called the Charts. Many of you may be familiar with the Charts and their song Desiree that came out on the Everlast record label. Well, he wrote that tune, or I think he co-wrote that tune, also wrote other songs for the group, and he also formed his own band called the Soul Rockers. That was in 1961, and I just featured his second release on the Everlast record label for a request for Oldies Fan, a song called Wiggle Wobble from August of 62. That was Les Cooper and the Soul Rockers on the Everlast. It says Atco Records there. That's funny. Charted number 22 on Billboard, 21 on Cashbox. It was 12 on the R&B chart. A big number one record if you were tuned in on WABY in Albany, New York. Maybe getting some snow up in Albany tonight or tomorrow, but let's hope no snow here. We are in springtime. But that is our opener for Oldies Fan, Wiggle Wobble by Les Cooper. So let's start it off here, the vocal portion. And this group, originally they're from Canton, Ohio, first recording as the Mascots on the King record label. In 1961, they would change their name to the OJs. They had 14 releases on the Imperial record label. Let's give a listen to their eighth. This one, arranged by Nick DiCarlo, charted number 7 on KACY out in Oakland, California. It's from July 65. It features Walter Williams on lead. These are early OJs on the Imperial label with Whip It. Whip it on me, baby. The OJs.
When I say kiss me, baby, whip it on me, baby, whip it on me, baby. When I say kiss me, baby, whip it on me, baby, whip it on me, baby. Put your lip to mine and kiss me, sweet baby. A kiss driving me crazy, yeah. When I say hug me, baby, whip it on me, baby, whip it on me, baby. When I say hug me, baby, whip it on me, baby, whip it on me, baby. Put your arms around me, hold me close, baby. Hold me an hour or two, baby. me money. Whip it on me, baby, whip it on me, baby. When I say give me money. Whip it on me, baby, whip it on me, baby. Take some money out of your boot now. Give me all of your loot now, yeah.
There you go, Johnny G getting caught here, as we always do. Those are the OJs there, July 1965. That is with Walter Williams on lead. That is their 8th of 14 on the Imperial record label. Whip It On Me Baby is the name of the tune. I used to go on a ride in Playland in Rye, New York. They used to have a ride called The Whip. Did anybody ever go on The Whip when they were kids at the amusement park? I don't know. Do they still have amusement parks? I don't even know. But anyway, let's continue here on the All 60s edition. Up next, this group. They are out of Dayton, Ohio. And there was a clothing store in downtown Dayton called the Metropolitan Clothing Store. And this group called the Jaguars landed a local TV commercial for this clothing outlet, but they took it to another level as the lead singer for the group, Nate Alexander, used the name of the store to compose a song that would be a dance. Okay, how do we do this dance? And if you have the picture sleeve of this 45, which came out on the local Alco label, ALCO, it will show you how to do this easy dance, but I could only play the song. Let's go to March of 1965 for this group called the Jaguars. The Jaguars with Nate Alexander on lead. It's on Alco, ALCO Records, and it's a dance. It's called the Metropolitan.
Hey, everybody, we're gonna do the Metropolitan. We're gonna do the Metropolitan. We're gonna do it all as we want to do. Stick around and dig it, baby, till my story ends. Listen to me, and without a doubt, you'll realize that a new dance is out. So let it roll in the 3-beat joint. Come on and let your hair down for me, baby. Take it till you can't stand the pressure, boy. We're gonna do the Metropolitan. Listen to the words I'm singing. You better sing this dance, cause it's really swinging. I feel the song, your expression is showing, baby. So let it rip, G, we got a good thing going. So come on, dance the way you can, it's alright. Come on and let your hair down for me, baby. Keep on pushing, see we got you uptight. We're gonna do the Metropolitan. We'll dance all night, never blow the joint. So let it shake, baby, to your pressure point. We're gonna make it all here to a wonderful thing. The heat of the ladies to the joy it will bring. So shake it up, baby, let it shake now. Come on and let your hair down for me, darling. Do the boomerang, baby, we're gonna do the Metropolitan. The Metropolitan, baby. Metropolitan, baby.
That's the dance they were doing in Dayton, Ohio. Those are the Jaguars. The Jaguars from May 65. It's on the local Alco record label out of Dayton, Ohio. They're doing the dance called the Metropolitan, named after that clothing store. And what did I say? The picture sleeve is pretty cool. It is the picture of the group, and on the back side you have how to do this dance. Although they mention a couple of dances in there. How do you do the boomerang? A boomerang boomerang like it's supposed to come back to you, so I wonder how that one goes. Anyway, John G can't be doing any boomerangs today, that is for sure. But let's continue here. Let's go to Philadelphia now for this group discovered by record producer and writer Jerry Ross, arranger, did everything. Jerry Ross in Philadelphia, as they are this trio that included George Garner, Joe Livingston, and lead singer, a female lead. Her name is Carol Jackson. They first recorded 4 on the Swan record label. Not too long ago, I featured their, I guess we can call it their biggest hit, or their signature song, called Who Do You Love? They would, with their after their Swan releases, they signed with ABC Paramount, had 6 releases on the ABC label. This is their first, a tune produced by Jerry Ross, arranged by Kenny Gamble and Joe Renzetti. This was a number 7 record on WWGO in Erie, Pennsylvania. We go to June of 1964. These are the Sapphires. The Sapphires on ABC Paramount. It's called Hearts Are Made to Be Broken.
Hearts are made to be broken. Love is meant to be spoken on a night like this. Oh, lips are made for kissing. Your arms around me, too good to be missing on a night like this. I'm so thrilled when you hold me, and we gaze at the stars above. This is how it will always be. Oh, what a night for love. Hearts are made to be broken. Love is meant to be spoken on a night like this. Love is meant to be spoken on a night like this. A night for love.
Yes, John Ferry, I have to say, sort of like a bossa nova there, but that's like their sound. It kind of changed it a little bit. They became a Northern Soul sounding a little later in their career on the ABC Paramount record label. That was their first release there, June 19 on ABC, that is. June 1964, Carol Jackson on lead with the Sapphires. Hearts Are Made to Be Broken. I don't know if that's a true fact. That is definitely not a fact. But let's continue here on the All 60s edition. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Johnny G is here 3 times a week. This is our first show for the week here, broadcasting simultaneously on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. You just Google Johnny G's Vinyltreasure Show. You will see the visual on the 45's here. As we continue here and fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. This group, they hail from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This was their first single. Came out on the Groove label. The group is called Junior and the Classics. Now, the lead singer of the group, his name is Robert Brantley, and they are doing a cover of a Rufus Thomas tune, originally released on Stax Records back in 1962. This charted number 15 on WRIT in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We go to September of 1964. Junior and the Classics on the Groove label. It's called The Dog.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do the dog. Come on, Charlie, break it up. Woo! Ow! I do the bad dog. I do the bad dog. Yeah, yeah. I do the bad dog, baby. I do the dog. Yeah, yeah. I do the dog. Everybody's doing the dog. Come on, baby. Come on, Charlie, break it up. Woo! Ow! Yeah. Do the hound dog. Do the hound dog. Yeah, yeah. I'll just wait this time. Go! Yeah! Ow!
There's our second dance for the night. It's called The Dog. There you go. That is Junior and the Classics, September 1964. It's on the Groove record label. A song called The Dog. Remember that Rufus Thomas also did a song called Walkin' the Dog. But that one there featuring Robert Brantley on lead. We're going to flip it over here and give a listen to the flip side. Edmund, that was for Edmund Williams. Edmund also wanted the flip side here. But before I do that, I have to mention that in the Oldies and More chat room there's a note from Wayne from West Covina, California, and he says that, hi Johnny, Wayne Thompson from West Covina, California, here with a correction. He has a correction that I mentioned that KACY, and I said that it was in Oakland. No, it's a KACY was actually Southern California in Port. What is that? I can't. Okay, he didn't spell it right, but it was not. It was not Charlene where we had it. So we have to double check and see if ASRA had that information or not. But anyway, well, thank you for that info, Wayne. I much appreciate that. As we flip over that Junior and the Classics, because Edmund requested the flip side also, which is another cover tune. This was originally done by. Well, why don't I flip it over here? Wouldn't that be something if I did not do that? As it's been a trying week, folks. It has been. But there you go. So the flip side here is a cover first done back in 1958 by Little Richard on the Specialty label. He wrote the song, but his song was called Hey, 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 Hey. And this is not called that, but this is called something else. September 64, the flip side of that, The Dog, is another cover here done originally by Little Richard, Jr. and the Classics on Groove with Birmingham. This is for Edmund Williams in Queens.
Going back to Birmingham, back in old Alabama. Going back to Birmingham, well, back in old Alabama. Oh yeah, with my good Aunt Mary and my good old Uncle Sam. Hey, 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 baby, hey, child, hey now. Well, tell me, baby, honey, what is wrong with you? Yeah! Hey, 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 baby, hey, child, hey now. Well, tell me, baby, honey, what is wrong with you? Well, I said bye, 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 baby, goodbye. Oh, so long, goodbye, baby, I'm gone. Oh yeah, I said bye, 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 baby, goodbye. Well, I'm jumping in the baby, baby, won't you please come home? Yeah, ooh, jumping in the baby, honey, don't you leave me alone. Oh yeah, you got me jumping in the baby, baby, won't you please come home? Nah, 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 nah.
Well, I am tuckered out with that song there. Johnny G tuckering out, trying to dance here. There you go. That's going out to Edmund Williams in our YouTube chat room there. That is the A and B side of Junior and the Classics. That featuring, what did I say his name was? That, oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Robert Brantley on lead there. And first we heard The Dog. That was originally the Rufus Thomas tune. The flip side there, the Little Richard tune, originally called Hey, 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 but on the Groove 45 by Junior and the Classics, it's called Birmingham. A and B side request for Edmund Williams in our YouTube chat room. Let's continue here. For this gal from New Orleans, Louisiana, began singing gospel. Then she relocated to Los Angeles, California, began as a background vocalist, made her recording debut, though, in a duet with Bobby Darin on the song Who Can I Count On? That was from 1963. It was only available on a Capitol promo, by the way, but her true debut single came out on the Tell disc label called The Doorbell Rings. But then she signed a contract with Capitol Records in 1963. She had 4 releases on the Capitol label. Let's give a listen to her second, a tune written by David Gates. David Gates, one of the founder or co-founder of that 1970s group Bread that recorded for Elektra Records. But this is from December 63. Let's give a listen to Mary Clayton. Mary Clayton, her second release on the Capitol label. It's called Nothing Left to Do But Cry.
lonely nights are getting so hard to bear. Each time I try to call him, he's never there. I can't help it if I love that guy. Yeah. I try to tell myself he's thinking of you, but down inside I know he's got someone new. Guess there's nothing left to do but cry. Tell me what's so good about loving him now, when I know he really don't love me. Oh, but somewhere along the line something went wrong. But I guess that ain't the way love's supposed to be. She'd love me too, but I know our days are through, so there's nothing left to do but cry.
There you go. That is the second of 4 on the Capitol record label for Miss Mary Clayton. Mary Clayton from December 63, Nothing Left to Do But Cry. That tune written by David Gates. You know, he did a lot of writing back in the early 1960s. I have his early recordings, by the way, from like 1957, 58. He's got some pretty cool, like kind of rockabilly type songs. And also he does a doo-wop on the Mala label, which is a good, What's That I Hear? Something like that on the Mala label with a group backing him up. But Johnny G babbles on here. Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. Now, those of you that saw this label in the webcam, this silver tone label, didn't it look like the Swan label? So much like the Swan label, only it doesn't say Don't Drop Out on the label. But I am guessing that they pressed this for label owner Buddy Caldwell. He also owned a bunch of labels in the Philadelphia area, V-Tone Records, Len Records, and there was another label he owned too, which just doesn't come to mind. But this singer goes by the name of Billy Webster, and he's singing along with the Club Rockers, this tune written and produced by Jerry Williams. I think that's the same Jerry Williams that recorded for the Calla label, but this is from September 65, Billy Webster and the Club Rockers on Silvertone Records. It looks like Swan. It's what we have in our chat rooms on all Johnny G's shows. The song is called Good People.
I shouted never find and wanna keep a listen, but you better treat her right. Oh, that's my formula. And keeping my girl, I'm really envy of the whole wide world. Oh, I started from the highest steeple. I love myself some good people. Oh, baby, I love myself some good people. I love my good people. Oh, you're so right, baby. You better take my
As going out to all the chatters in the YouTube chat room and also in the Oldies and More chat room. That's Billy Webster and the Club Rockers, September 1965 release. It's on the Silvertone record label. Good People is the name of the tune. Yes, Mark, I beat you to it, though. What Mark said there. But let's fill a request for listener Jim Lampley in Texas. This group out of New York, it's on a label called Kismet Records. It's a division of Kama Sutra, and it's the group's only release. This is the intended B-side, although I had all intentions, Mark, of playing the flip side, because the flip side more fits this show here. But it's okay. This record came out in June of 1966. Sort of has a doo-wop flavor to it. The tune written and produced by Cliff Adams, arranged by Trade Martin. Now, the lead singer on this, it features Betty Grant. Betty Grant, the lead singer, June 1966 for Jim Lampley in Texas. They're called the Sandpipers. The Sandpipers on the Kismet label. It's called Ali Baba for Jim.
In a mystic land of long ago lived a man named
Ali, Ali, Ali Baba. Ali, Ali, Ali Baba. Ali, Ali, Ali Baba. And his 40 thieves.
Well, you heard about Ollie and his 40 thieves, storybooks of long ago. What a shame people don't know how the real story goes about Ollie Baba, Ollie Baba, Ollie Baba, and his 40 thieves. Well, there are lovesick boys in a big, big world, looking for the love of some pretty little girl, the treasures galore, and even more. They could offer them the world. About Ollie Baba, Ollie Baba, Ollie Baba, and his 40 thieves. Oh, well, they say, all that love in and see just how happy we can be. Ollie Baba, hey, Ollie Baba, yeah, Ollie Baba, Ollie Baba, Ollie Baba, hey, Ollie Baba.
There you go. That's going out to Jim Lampley in Texas. That's the sound of the Sandpipers. It features Betty Grant on lead, June 1966. It's a song entitled Ali Baba. That's on Kismet Records, a subsidiary of Kama Sutra Records. Now, we're going to flip it over here. Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room requested the flip side. I was going to play the flip side anyway, because this is the intended A-side of the 45. I could probably close my Saturday night show with that tune. But this is the A-side that think the Northern Soul people will like here. So let's flip over that Sandpipers record here by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. This side also written and produced by Cliff Adams and Trade Martin, again with Betty Grant on lead from June 1966. It's called Young Generation. Well, they're not young anymore. Not from 1966, they're not. I wish I was back in 66, don't you? Those are the Sandpipers there. That is with Betty Grant on lead by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, June 66. Young Generation, that is the A-side on the Kismet label. And Jim Lampley requested the B-side, Alibaba, the name of the tune. Let's go to Chicago, Illinois for this next 45, as this singer previously sang lead with a 1950s group called The Gems. They recorded for the Drexel record label, and you'll hear them, that group, on my Saturday night show. So if you tune in Saturday night, for the same time slot is here, 9 to midnight. We'll be playing 1950s and early 60s, though we play those records chronologically on Saturday night. I'll be back tomorrow we got 2 more weeks to go on the 1957 Relic Countdown. And I'm trying to get some records off this table. Too many records on the table here, so you'll be seeing me handling some 45s, putting them in the box, putting them away. But he sang lead with the group called The Gems, but he had also solo releases beginning back in 1956, I think 2 on Drexel Records, but he had other releases on other labels. I think Boss, he sang in there was a duet he does on Boss as Rick and someone, I forget who, but I have it, Exodus Records, DD Records, and this was his very last single on Saban Foster's Salem label, which I think is out of Chicago, although I think he recorded this in New York City because it's a song he wrote together with Bobby Robinson. Of course, you know Bobby Robinson, I mention him a lot on my 50s show, owner of Whirling Disc and other labels, but he also produced this song, that is Bobby Robinson, that is. So and the backing girl group on this, they're called the Rubies. And this would later, I think, come out on, is it Tico Records, I think, which is the second press, but this is the first press. This copy belonged to Dave Antrell, because Spence Wooten, who used to supply me with a lot of records from a lot of different dealers when I would buy my 45s, he was dealing with Dave Antrell's brother Kevin at the time, or he may have even passed away, I'm not sure, Kevin that is, but Spence unfortunately did pass away too. But he would supply me with some of the leftovers that were like, well, this is more like a soulish record, I would say, but let's give it a spin here. 1965 release, Ray Pettis on the Salem label. It's called If I Found Love, Ray Pettis.
A miserable life. How happy I would be if I found love. If I found love, if I found love, if I found love. I know people are wondering why I just sit around and cry. I would wipe each tear from my eyes if I found. I don't want a love to tease me of this uncertain love. If I find someone to please me, I've got to give him all of my love. That's my story, so you can see why my heart's wrapped up in misery. You see such a change in me. I don't want a love to tease me of this uncertain love. If I find someone to please me, I've got to give her all of my love. That's my story, so you can see why my heart's wrapped up in misery. Oh, you see such a change in me if I found.
As Ray Pettis and the Uncredited Rubies. I don't think they're on the mentioned on the label. No, they're not. Uncredited Rubies backing them up. 1965 on the Salem label. If I Found Love is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you enjoy what you hear, please give me a thumbs up. Very important. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures at AOL.com. That is the contact information here as we continue here. As we go to this gal, born Agatha Weston. She signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown Empire in 1963. She had a number of releases on the Tamala and Gordy labels. Then in 1967, she signed with MGM Records, had 6 releases on the MGM label. Let's give a listen to her third. This is produced by Mickey Stevenson and Willie Hutchinson. I think Hutchinson also wrote the tune. December 1967. Let's give a listen to Kim Weston. Kim Weston on MGM Records. It's called You're Just the Right Kind of Guy.
Now I don't mind
Yes, Kim Weston. Kim Weston after Motown, although that does sound like a Motown record. There you go. That's her third of six on the MGM record label. You're Just the Kind of Guy. That one there released in December of 67. And she, I guess Mark Speck mentioned she was married to Mickey Stevenson, and therefore she almost like had to go, as of course he moved on to MGM Records also. He took her with him, I should say. And I don't know if she really had a bigger career for MGM Records. I don't think she did. I think she did better with, she had that duet with Marvin Gaye, was a big hit. She's had other good songs on the Motown label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show as we go to the Tough record label out of New York City. I think Abner Spector, he managed that label. Now, supposedly this singer is Van McCoy's brother, and he's using an alias on this. Norman McCoy, he was Van McCoy's brother, but the artist on this is Raymond. Almost sounds like a made-up name, And this song written and produced by Van McCoy. It's from July of 65. It's the only release that came out on the Tough label by this artist, Raymond, a.k.a. Norman McCoy, supposedly. The song is called She's All Right. There you go. That is Raymond from July 65 on the Tough record label. She's All Right. Supposedly that is Norman McCoy, Van McCoy's brother. We got to say hello to Braden Edwards in our YouTube chat room. His name is a Music Gamer. So I received an email, maybe how long ago was that? Maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. From Braden. He was asking me if I could help him identify a song. So again, I didn't I didn't get a chance to listen to it. Then he came back to me, and I listened to the song. And again, Johnny G is pretty good when it comes to 1950s and 1960s songs. But Braden thinks that this song, which is only 17 seconds long, by the way, is from sometime in the 1980s. So I'm not really good with the stuff from the 80s except possibly the hits. So I told Braden, because he wanted me to play it on the show, I can't play MP3s on my show. I can only play original vinyl. So I told him, I said, well, look, if you post the clip or the link for the clip on my comment section of my YouTube page, Johnny G Vinyl Treasure Show, then they'll go there and they can click it and listen to see if anybody knows. It's 17 seconds. And I think you mentioned, Braden, it's from what, 1982 possibly, because of the certain sounds in there. It sounds like a 70s record to me, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you the difference. A later 70s record. So you'd have to check it out. So I told him that I would make the announcement today. People will be tuning in on the archive, so they should go check it out. I told him put it on today's show comment wall, the April 3rd, 2024. So you can go and check it out and listen to it. It's only 17 seconds. He's been trying to figure this out. I don't know for how long. He says like 35,000 people have listened to this clip and they can't identify it. People have been commenting on it, but I couldn't do it. If it was a 50s record or a 60s record, I would definitely be probably better for that, but not that song. It's only 17 seconds, folks. So there you go. I gave you the link there. So post it on there, Braden, and we'll be good to go. Thank you. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I've been featuring this gal from the UK over the last few weeks because I like all her records. I do. And this is the B-side to her second U.S. release. The A-side called Stay a While, but this is the B-side, which is a song she wrote. This is from March 64. Miss Dusty Springfield. I think she was Mary O'Brien originally. She sang folk first, but she has a soulful voice. Dusty Springfield on the Phillips label. It is a B-side. It's called Something Special.
The first time we met, it was so plain to see. I didn't care for you, you didn't seem to care for me. Oh no, 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 no. The next time we met, I thought he's kinda nice. That look that you gave me said we started to melt the ice. Oh, oh yeah. And then when you smile and smile, and then when we kissed, said wait a while. I got a feeling the two of
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. Great sound there for Miss Dusty Springfield. That's the flip side of Stay a While, a song entitled Something Special, a tune that she wrote from March of 64 on the Phillips label. That's her second release. Let's do a twin spin. Let's give a listen to her the B-side to her seventh release on the Phillips record label. The interesting thing is, and I think Dave the Rave could relate to this, I used to listen to a show on WHBI FM. He used to have a contest. His name was Johnny Angel. He used to play like, I think it would be 5 snippets. We're trying to find out about a song, right? 5 snippets of songs that you had to guess, and you'd like send in a postcard and you would win if you got it right. So one of the weeks I won it, and I ended up, I think he sent me, I don't know, 4 or 5 records, and this was one of the records with the picture sleeve that I showed you. This was one of the records that came in the packet there. You can't go wrong with getting records like that. But this is from June 65. We go from March 64 to June 65. The B-side to her 7th release on the Phillips label, Dusty Springfield, with a tune called Baby Don't You Know.
Baby, don't you know tonight you'll take away my sorrow? Baby, don't you know that it will all come back tomorrow when we have to part? Why do I go on loving you? Baby, don't you know how much I want my arms about you? Baby, don't you know this emptiness I feel without you close to my heart, close to my heart. Don't ever say goodbye unless you wanna see me cry. Baby, don't you know that we were meant to be together? Baby, don't you know the thought of leaving you forever tears me apart. Tears me apart. I'll never say goodbye to you unless you really want me to. Baby, don't you know I wanna spend my life loving you. Close to my heart. Don't ever say goodbye unless you wanna see me cry. Baby, don't you know that we were meant to be together? Baby, don't you know the thought of leaving you forever tears me apart. Tears me apart. I'll never say goodbye to you unless you really want me to. Baby, don't you know I wanna spend my life loving you. Baby, don't you know I wanna spend my life. Baby, don't you know? Baby, don't you know? Baby, don't you know?
That's a twin spin with Miss Dusty Springfield there. Song entitled Baby Don't You Know from June 1965. That's her 7th release on the Phillips record label. Thank you, Braden, for that. I am an accountant, or I was an accountant by day, and I was an amateur internet disc jockey by night. So I'm not a professional. It's my natural voice. And I remember when I got on my first, it was funny because I used to listen to Relics and Rarities all the time on a Saturday night on another station I will not mention, but it was Dave the Rave that was instrumental with getting me really my first show on, and actually coming up with the name Vinyltreasures. And at the time, Delana, she was in charge of the station, and she said to me, she says, "Johnny, I like your voice. You have a very, very soothing and calm voice to announce the records." And that was the main thing, but it was like, it was difficult at the start because I was really stiff and nervous, but you're just talking into a microphone. And here I am doing the visual here. I should be dressed up in a suit and tie all the time. But it was, and I just like to do it. I like to play the records only because I enjoy listening to the records. That's what it is. And then there's so many great people that communicate with me, that have great compliments about the show. So thank you all for that. This is really the only time I get to kind of sit back and relax and listen to the music. So thank you all for being here. Let's continue here. We fill a request here for Oldies fan Joseph in our YouTube chat room. This singer born Samuel Cooke in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Now, Cooke's family moved to Chicago in 1933. He was 14 when he sang with the Highway QCs. Then in 1950, he replaced gospel tenor R.H. Harris as the lead of the Soul Stirrers, recording for Art Roop's specialty label. Then in 1957, he switched from gospel to secular music with other releases following on Keen. Then in January of 1960, signed with RCA Records. He had 24 releases on RCA through 1966, and now Joseph requested his 21st release on the RCA record label. It's a song he wrote. It's produced by Al Schmidt, charted number 32 on Billboard, number 30 on Cashbox, number 18 on the Billboard R&B chart, a big number 13 record on KSIG in Crowley, Louisiana, from July 65, going out to Oldies fan Sam Cooke on RCA. It's called Sugar Dumpling.
Sugar dumpling, you my baby, I love you in every way. Sugar dumpling, you my baby, my love grows stronger every day. Yeah, sugar dumpling, you my baby, I love you in every way. Yeah, sugar dumpling, you my baby, my love grows stronger every day. Look, listen while I tell you a story about my girl. Now I call her sugar dumpling because she's the sweetest thing in this world. Oh, whenever I'm feeling bad right away, she puts me to bed and she hires two nurses, one to hold my hand, the other one to rub my head. My baby, I love you in every way. Yeah, sugar dumpling, you my baby, my love grows stronger every day. Oh, whenever I tell her, honey, I'm hungry, now go and fix me something to eat. This girl rushes in the kitchen and fixes me a dinner with 7 different kinds of meat. If I call her up at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, come on over if you can, before I hang up the telephone, she's sitting beside me with a cup of coffee in her hand. Oh, sugar dumpling, you my baby, I love you in every way. Yeah, sugar dumpling, you my baby, my love grows stronger every day. Judy Monkey, sugar dumpling, you my baby, I love you in every way. Oh, I love you, sugar dumpling, my love grows stronger every day. Oh, sugar dumpling, I love you in every way.
That's the sound of Sam Cooke here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, going out to oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph, in our YouTube chat room. July 65, Sugar Dumpling is the name of the tune on the RCA record label. I can't remember the last time I had a sugar dumpling at the... I used to get them when I used to go for either Chinese or Oriental food. That's what I did. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here as we continue. And don't know anything about this next gal. This is on Bob Shad's Brent record label. Maybe maybe her name is this tune written by Betty Jackson, Sidney Barnes, Wanda Jackson, and Robert Banks. Lots of names in there from February 63. Her name is Sue Rose. Now, I listened closely to this record, and it kind of reminds me of a Mary Wells record. I'll let you be the judge. February 63. Her name is Sue Rose. It's on Brent Records out of New York City. It's called Luckiest Day of My Life. Sue Rose.
One day, while walking down the street, I met the nicest boy. He told me I was looking sweet, and when he asked to walk me home, that's when I started to grin, because it was the luckiest day of my life. I met him, and as we started walking along, I said to myself, was this thing wrong? And when he asked if he could be my friend, that's when I started to grin, because it was the luckiest day of my life. I met him. My heart was beating fast as I looked his way. I asked myself, what could I say? I knew I wanted to make him mine. But should I rush or take my time? Yeah. And while we walked together hand in hand, I knew in my heart this feeling was so grand. For I had loved and lost before, and just when the future looked dim, it was the luckiest day of my life. I met him. Lucky she. Lucky me. Happy as can be. Happy as can be. Lucky yeah. Lucky me. Happy as can be. Oh, I'm happy as can be.
February 63 release there for Sue Rose and some really young girls behind her there. That's on the Brent record label. Sort of like Yes, Santi, I agree. A little bit like You Beat Me to the Punch. Yes, but that's Luckiest Day of My Life is the name of the tune. Let's continue here. Fill a request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Now, this group formed while attending Booker T. Washington High School in Memphis, Tennessee. First recording in 1964 for Stax Record, then moved over to the Volt label in 1965. This was their third release on the Volt label. It features John Gary Williams on lead. This was a number 45 record on WAOK in Atlanta, Georgia, by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, April 1966. Let's give a listen to the Mad Lads. The Mad Lads on Volt. It's called Come Closer to Me. This is for Warren.
making you feel kinda small, girl. So small, making you feel so unwanted, unwanted, till nobody loves you at all. Come closer to me, closer to me, closer to me, closer to me. I wouldn't be love without you. No, I'm the right guy. Can't you see? When you're in need of a loved one, darling, darling, come closer to me. Now when your friends all turn against you, leaving you so all alone, making you feel so unwanted, baby, just reach for your telephone, it'll bring you closer to me, closer to me, it'll bring you closer to me, my baby, closer to me, I need you closer to me, come on, my baby, closer to me,
As by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, those are the Mad Lads. Mad Lads from April 1966. That's their third release on the Volt label. Come Closer to Me is the name of the tune. Lead singer there, John Gary Williams, would leave the group to serve in the military from 1966 through 1968, and he would rejoin the group upon his return from Vietnam and remain with them until they broke up in 72. Then he began a solo career, but there you go. That's a great copy, too. I found out in the wild for a quarter. Can't go wrong finding records like that for a quarter. I don't know about nowadays, but let's continue here. Let's go to Detroit, Michigan. Now, remember, those of you tuned into the program, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And please click the bell and then hit the little drop down there with the 3 dots to receive all notifications. You'll get an email when Johnny G goes live if you forget about the show. But anyway, let's go to Detroit, Michigan for this next singer. She had 3 overall releases. Her first one came out in early 1964 under her real name, LaWanda Williams. Or LaWanda Williams. Was it William or Williams, Charlene? But her next 2 singles, she recorded as Juanita Williams. I know that's right. But this is on the Golden World label. This charted number 24 on KATZ in St. Louis, Missouri. It's arranged by Sammy Lowe. Well, I know that name. That's probably the reason why I bought this 45. This is from September 64, Juanita Williams on the Golden World label. It's called Baby Boy.
my baby boy, my baby.
There you go, out of Detroit, Michigan, Juanita Williams there, September 1964. It's on the Golden World record label. Baby Boy is the name of the tune. Now, her final release was in 1965 on the Wingate label, and in 1967 she would form the Honeybees with her sister Barbara Ann Williams and Mary Lewis. Let's continue here on the the All 60s edition, and no, we can't do that, as don't know much about this next singer, but he had two earlier releases in 1961 on Gold Eagle and also on the Atco labels. They both came out in 61, and a song I really like that he does in 61 called It's Real, but this is a later release that came out on Emerson Records. His name is Tommy Knight. Tommy Knight from March 64. It's on Emerson Records. It's called Ha Ha Ha. It's called, I should probably just do it. It's called Ha 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 and Oh Oh Oh. This is Tommy Knight.
And oh Lordy, Lordy, Lord. And and Lordy, 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 Lord. You know I looked over yonder and tell me what did I see? I saw my baby, my baby, my baby waving bye 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 to me. I can't take it no more. No, no, no. And I can't take it no more. I can't take it, I can't take it, I can't take it. Lordy, Lord. And ha 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 ha. Tell you how I feel. I wanna love you, love you, love you, love you, love you with all of my heart. And I don't care what the people may say, yeah. And I don't care what the people may say. I'm gonna love you, love you, love you, love you, love you any old way. And ha 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 ha.
As March 64 release there for Tommy Knight. Tommy Knight on the Emerson label, Ha 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 and Oh 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 is the name of that tune. Let's continue here. Let's for this next request for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat. This singer, born in Norfolk, Virginia, but he was raised in New York City, started his recording career back in 1961 with releases on the Leopard label, had others on Ascot, Donnell, Bell, ABC, GSF, I think, and other ones too. Best known for his 1970 hit on the ABC label called Hey There Lonely Girl that I used to hear on the radio a lot. But here's his fifth of six on the Parkway label. Now, this is a B-side, and it was also used as a B-side on his third release on the Parkway label called Run to Me. It's a song he wrote together with his writing partner, James Solomon. Let's give a listen to Eddie Holman. Eddie Holman here going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, July 66. This is on the Parkway label. It's called Stay Mine for Heaven's Sake. This is for Warren. B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Eddie Holman. Eddie Holman from July 1966. Stay Mine for Heaven's Sake is the name of that one on the Parkway record label. Stay listening to Johnny G for heaven's sake, and tell your friends about it here. Nobody does what I do. Well, there are shows out there that do play original vinyl, but they don't do a YouTube setup like this and show the records. And it's so hard to play original records because you have to find them, and especially when you have 150,000 45s, it's very difficult to go looking for them. Although I have, special genres of records in groups. So, I have a special 1950s section. I have a special soul section. I have a special pop section. I have the 70s and the 80s and the unfiled 60s down in the basement, the no humidity basement. They're all over the place as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And don't know anything about this next record, really, except that it's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on a label called Venus Records. And the only release for this gal, her name is Sharon Smith. Sharon Smith, I didn't even find this in the in that book that Gary Myers puts out, like Do You Hear That Beat? It wasn't even in there. So maybe she's not from Wisconsin. Maybe she's from Illinois, possibly. But it's Sharon Smith's her name, 1965 on the Venus label. It's called I'm Waiting.
For me, I'm waiting. Yes, I'm waiting, and I'm waiting patiently. Yes, I know he loves me, 'cause he told me so. I'm in love with my baby. I'll never let him go. I'm waiting. Oh yes, I'm waiting. But I'm waiting patiently.
Her name is Sharon Smith. Sharon Smith. It's on the Venus label out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1965. I'm Waiting is the name of the tune. There's a BB hole in this too. So this was a return. I don't know where I picked up some of these records. That's probably marked somewhere though. I did make note of almost every single record that I purchased, even the ones I might have said, bought 300 records at the flea market, and then I would list them. That's what I would do. Paid, $10 for 300 records. I have that. I figured that in case I ever was going to have any capital gains on anything. That's what I would have the basis for. But anyway, Johnny G babbles on. Here is one that I found out in the wild, probably for 10 cents. Really didn't know any information about this. Charlene did find some information about this singer from West Haven, Connecticut. And this is on Dominic Rodina and Jimmy Chris's Ron Chris record label. And this singer had 2 releases on the label. This is his second. His name is Victor Knight. Now, I think his first is a record that is sought after, a song called Chinatown, which I think I have. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think I have that record. I might not. But I definitely have his second record, because this is it. It's from 1966. Let's give a listen to Victor Knight. Victor Knight on the Ron Chris label. It's called I Guess It Must Be Love, 1966.
it must be love. You're on my mind all the time, every day, in every way. And it must be love. You're my every hope, my every prayer. I guess it must be love. You're the girl of my dreams, the one I'm longing for. I guess it must be love. You're on my mind all the time, every day, in every way. And it must be love. You know it's gotta be love. The way I feel, I just can't explain. But if it's love I feel, then I'm not ashamed. Must be love that makes me feel this way. I wanna hold you and kiss you every day. I don't know what it is I feel. I guess it must be love. Ooh, 'cause all I do is think about you. I guess it must be love. You're on my mind all the time, every day, in every way. And it must be love. You know it's gotta be love. Ooh, it must be love that makes me feel this way. I wanna hold you and kiss you every day. I need you, baby, I need you so bad. Tell me, darling, that you'll be all mine.
As Victor Knight, that's his second release on the Ron Chris record label. I guess it must be love is the name of the tune. That one there dated 1966. You can do it. You can date certain records with the RCA matrix number. The letter in the front of the matrix can identify it. There's whatever they are. This one is a T, I think. Yeah, T is 1966. So that's how you can date some of the records with the RCA matrix numbers. Johnny G here, babbling on. Thank you all for being here. Give me a thumbs up, those of you tuned in on YouTube. Also, thank you, those tuned in on Oldies and More Radio. And let's fill this request for Warren Russell as we go back to Detroit, Michigan. This group's debut single came out in 1960 on the Contour. I think that was Robert West's Contour label, but they did 4 on Tony Ewing's Chex Records. Now, Warren requested their third. It features Johnny Mitchell on lead. This is a cool transitional sound from October 62, the Majestics on the Chex label for Warren Russell. It's called Lonely Heart.
Lonely heart, lonely heart.
Oh, lonely heart. I wonder why we fall apart, yeah. Don't you know, baby, that it's breaking my heart.
Transitional sounds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the Majestics. Johnny Mitchell, the lead singer there. This is going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. October 62. Chex Records. Lonely Heart is the name of the tune. As we continue now and fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, listening to Johnny G down in Mexico. Now, this is a flip side from last week, as he requested this girl group from Washington, D.C. that recorded for the Columbia record label. They included Lavernia Strange, Linda Jackson, Janice Williams, and Ella Garnett. Collectively, they were known as the Lavons. And we played, I don't know if it was the A or B side. I think it was the B side to their first of two on the Columbia label. It was called Come to Me. Now, Adrian requested the flip side for tonight, so let's go to July of 62. The Lavons on Columbia for Adrian. It's called Every Time.
Now every time you come close to me, every time you say you love me, now every time you say you want me, every time you say you need me. I know, I love you really real. You know just how I feel. Now every time you say you want me, every time you say you need me. I know, I love you really real. You know just how I feel. Now every time you say you want me, and every time you say you need me. Every time, and every time, and every time you say you want me. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na.
There you go. That's going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Lavons. The Lavons, their first of two on the Columbia label, Every Time, produced by Carl Davis, arranged by Horace Ott, July 62, song entitled Every Time. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Let's continue here with the All 60s edition. Fill a request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. This singer, born in Blytheville, Arkansas, moved to Chicago in 1941. First started singing with a vocal group signed to Vivian Carter's VJ label called The Cool Gents. I feature their songs often on my 1950 show on Saturday night, but he went solo in 1958, had a string of hits in the late 1950s and early 60s. I would say his biggest hit was in 61 on VJ called Raindrops, but he continued to record some very cool soul sounds through the years as he moved to Constellation Records. This is his fourth of 9 on the Constellation label, written by Bobby Miller. This is produced by Bill Shepard, arranged by Johnny Pate. By request for Leonard Mancini, Mr. D. Clark. D. Clark on Constellation from July 1965. It's called Warm Summer Breezes for Leonard Mancini.
Warm summer
breezes, warm summer breezes,
warm summer breezes blowing on me, making me recall last summer's memories, when we held hands and kissed. My mind just can't resist last summer's memories. Your kiss of love was so sweet, I'll never forget last summer's memories. I'll never regret. Warm summer breezes blowing on me, making me recall last summer's memories. Memories.
warm summer breezes,
Warm summer breezes blowing on me, making me recall last summer's memories. Memories, memories of love, of love, memories of love.
That's the sound of D. Clark here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's going out to Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. D. Clark from July 65 on the Constellation label. Warm Summer Breezes, his fourth of 9 on the Constellation label. No chance of Warm Summer Breezes. How about Windy and Rain here in the Westchester County area of New York? As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, really this... don't know any information about this gal. This is her only release on the Swan record label out of Philadelphia. A tune written by Robert J. Sears, arranged by Walter Gates. It's from November 62. Her name is Rochelle Johnson. Rochelle Johnson on the Swan label. The song is called Playing the Field. Rochelle Johnson.
They say you're playing the field. They say you're playing the field.
I can't believe it, my friends all say I'm a fool. They've just been telling me your love that's cool. Yes, they say that you're playing the field.
They say you're playing the field.
My ears deceive me, this thing could never be. You vowed your love would last eternally. Yet they say that you're playing
think that's a cool record there. Rochelle Johnson's her name, November 1962. That's her only release on the Swan label out of Philadelphia. Playing the Field is the name of the tune. When I used to play the field, I used to play first base. I couldn't really play any other position when I used to play softball when my knee was decent. But forget about it now. I can't even run out of the house, God forbid, if I had to run out of here. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday as we continue here with the All 60s edition. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Jim Lampley in Texas. Actually, on last week's Saturday show, my 50s show, I played a request for Jim by a group called the Diadems. They were out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A song called What More Is There to Say, and that was on the Levere record label. Now, after leaving Levere in 61, they changed their name to the Torches, and they had this release on the Ringo label in 1965, a tune written by Elizabeth Davis. It features Cleveland Butch Martin on lead by request for Jim Lampley in Texas. The Torches from 1965, Ringo Records. It's called Darn Your Love.
Funny old love, after all this time we've been parted. How did your love get a new start? What did I do to reopen your heart? Dawn, that kiss that comes true to my lips, wish you'll never again has started. How did your love get a new start, like music right back into our heart? I seem to be oh, so helpless. Could it be that I still care? For why would I let a whirlpool catch me napping again? I fear our fate. Whoa, darn, that kiss, that unforgettable kiss, I'm left spellbound, one kiss after another. Oh, how we yearn, will we ever learn the love moveth right back into our heart? No, 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 love is moving back.
Wow, that had a kind of an odd ending there. There you go. That's the sound. That's the sound of the Torches. The Torches there from 1965. Song entitled Darn Your Love. That was on the Ringo label by request for Jim in Texas. I'm going to play the flip side of this. I thought the flip side might have been good. Let's just give it a spin here as I do an instant request here for Johnny G from 65, again featuring Cleveland Butch Martin on lead. They're called the Torches. They're out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The flip side of Darn Your Love. The song is called No, I Won't. The Torches.
No, I won't be that fool anymore. No, no, no. No, I tried so hard to let you know. No, no, no. this love that I feel, but that heart must really say, but I won't be that fool anymore. No, never, oh, never again. No, never again. Will I play the part of a fool? No, I won't be that fool anymore. No, I tried so hard to let you know. No, that is love that I feel, but that heart must really say, but I won't be that fool anymore. I know, I know, baby, no more. No.
Those are the Torches. You got to hear the A and B side of their 45 from 1965, featuring a Cleveland Butch Martin on lead. First, we heard Darn Your Love, which did get some airplay in the Pittsburgh area. That's by request for listener Jim Lampley in Texas. I decided to flip it over. No, I Won't is the name of the tune. No, I Won't. I only play original, although I will play a reproduction like I have on the countdown. But I normally do not do that. I do that only before the historic, the historic thing of the countdown. I'll do that tomorrow afternoon. Although I think everything else will be on original. I think I only used 2 reproductions, I think, in that show. But I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the 1957 Relic Countdown, as we got 2 more weeks to go, going all the way to number 1, as voted by collectors back in 1997. Let's continue here, as this gal was working for the Campbell Soup Company when she recorded this song for Swan Records. First, she was in a duet in a 19... Wait. No, let's take that back. That's later. Her name is Naomi Wilson. Naomi Wilson, yes, she was working at Campbell Soup at the time, and then she recorded this tune for the Swan record label. This is from September 65. Naomi Wilson on Swan. It's called Gotta Find a Way.
Gotta find
There you go with another cold ending there for Naomi Wilson. Naomi Wilson from September 65 is on Swan Records. Gotta Find a Way. Now, she would have another release in 1967 as a duet of Naomi and Harris. Now, today she goes by the name of Naomi Wilson Blount. Blount. Now, I don't know if this still, Charlene, if you checked, I mean, on July 5th of 1982, she was sentenced to life without parole for the murder of a man who attempted to kill her partner. But she is supposedly was still fighting to get released. That's some interesting information. I wonder if she did get released or not to try to prove it. I don't know how she would do that. But anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for Adrian Viterbo, listening down in Mexico, also in our YouTube chat room. This group, they hail from Lansing, Michigan. This song came out a few times. It was first released on the Fenton label in 1967. Then it came out also on another label, Spirit Records, and then it was picked up by Motown Records. That's how I have it, on the Motown label. Now, this tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Danny Hernandez, and written also by the lead and the organ player for the group, Kerry Nichloff. It's produced by Bob Biden. It charted number 1 on WJIM in Lansing, Michigan. It's their first of 2 on the Motown label. This is from November of 1967. This is going out to Adrian. The group is called The Ones, O-N-E-S. The Ones on Motown Records. It's called You Haven't Seen My Love. This is for Adrian.
Touch a cloud. You've done most everything, but you haven't seen my love. Unreal as it may seem, you inspire my every dream. You've done most everything, but you haven't seen my love. Help wanted someone, please come and end this misery. You've done most everything, but you haven't seen my love. No. Beg and plead, you cast your spell on me. You've done most everything, but you haven't seen my love. You made the stars lose track, and you broke my heart on top of that. You've done most everything, but you haven't seen my love. I pray both day and night that you'll learn to love me right. You've done most
There you go. That's going out to Adrian listening in Mexico. He is in our YouTube chat room. There you go. The sound of the Ones. That's with Danny Hernandez on lead. Originally on the Fenton label, also came out on another label, Spirit Records, and then Motown Records picked it up. From November 67, this group out of Lansing, Michigan, the Ones. I played it on the Motown label. You Haven't Seen My Love is the name of the tune. They have two other releases on the Motown subsidiary Rare Earth Records. It's probably in the early 1970s. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. Again, if you have not yet subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do that. And this is the first show of the week. I'm on again tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Time till about 3:30. We're doing the countdown of the 1957 Relic Survey. I'll be back Saturday night. It's 1950s and early 60s, and I play those records by year of release. So if you like the early 60s, you come in later in the show. If you like the early sound of rhythm and blues, you come in the early part of the program. But let's continue here with the 60s tonight. We fill a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, and this group dates back to the 1950s. They're out of Los Angeles, California. I'm talking about the Coasters, and they had a whole bunch of releases on the Atco record label. I think about 29 releases on Atco Records. This is their 25th release, written by a group member, Billy Guy. This is produced by Gregory Carroll. It's arranged by Tico Wilshire. Let's go to October of 1964. By request for Edmund Williams, the Coasters on Atco. It's called Wild One for Edmund.
Dig that cat,
Yeah,
sport that beetle wing. I think it's
flipping and a flopping.
like a beetle wing should. And it look like fun, and I want to be one. I wanna be a wild one. I wanna be a wild one. Dig that chick,
Yeah,
hunched up in her back. I think she's a
doing the monkey.
man. It sure looks funny, but it looks like fun, and I want to be one. I wanna be a wild one. I wanna be a wild one. My mama is a living wreck. She takes tranquilizers every day. She says, son, if you don't cool down, you're gonna put me in my grave. 'Cause I wanna be a wild one. I wanna be a wild one. Dig that cat,
Yeah,
playing that old guitar. I think he's
breaking strings.
a man who can play that thing. And it looks like fun, and I want to be one. I wanna be a wild one. I wanna be a wild one. Can't help it when I'm a wild one. I can't stand when I'm a wild one. I can't help it when I'm a wild one. I can't stand when I'm a wild one.
There you go, by request for Edmund Williams in Queens there. That's the sound of the Coasters there. That bass that you heard was Will Dub Jones. He was the bass on that. October 1964, the Coasters on the Atco label. Song entitled Wild One. And Edmund also, he asks for the B-sides of his 45's is what he does. And he says he knows them too. So here you go. Let's flip the 45 over. On this side, of their, what did I say, was their 25th of 29 on the Atco label. This is a Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller composition, the flip side of Wild One from October 1964, the Coasters with I Must Be Dreaming for Edmund.
little girl winked at me. I said, baby, it would move me if I could dance with you. She said, anything that moves you, Dad, is gonna move me too. I said, I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. Life's never been this good before. Come on and let's go. Come on, let's quit this old dance hall. Come on and let's go. And get out in the sun. Come on and let's go. Let's go someplace, baby, where we can have some fun. Come on and let's go. And I got $20, Mama. What you wanna do? She said, anything that moves your dad is gonna move me too. I said, I must be dreaming. Hey, 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 hey. I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. Life's never been this good before. Come on and let's go. Never been this good before. Come on and let's go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on and let's go.
That's a request for listener Edmund Williams, and I have to say that record hound Darren in our YouTube channel, he is correct. This song originally done by the Robins, who were some of the Robins became the Coasters. They evolved into the Coasters. They recorded that song originally in May of 1955. The Robins did on the Spark label. It was re-recording of this in October of 1964 with that release. There you go on the Atco label for Edmund Williams. It Must Be Dreaming. We heard earlier that frantic side, wild one. Johnny G's your wild DJ on a Wednesday night as we continue here. And well, actually, you see, this is another request for Edmund. I had two other records to play, but the people have left the chat room there, so I'm stuck with another record here for Edmund. This singer, born in Albany, Georgia, but he was raised in Greenville, Florida, was partially blind at age 5. Then by age 7, he was completely blind, and it was due to a condition, glaucoma. But he studied classical piano and the clarinet at the State School of the Deaf and Blind for this Children's State School of the Deaf and Blind, and he was there from 1937 to 1945. First recording for Downbeat Records back in 1949, but in 1952 had some hits on the Atlantic label, or I should say when he signed with Atlantic, had 33 releases, has some big hits. Also, when he was on ABC Paramount in 1960, he had 51 releases through 1973. This is his 38th that Edmund Williams requested, and this is I hope I don't get a copyright strike on this, a Beatles song. The Beatles did this in 1965, a tune written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and this charted number 35 on Billboard, 30 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record if you were tuned into WJLB in Detroit, Michigan from May 68. Ray Charles on ABC Records for Edmund Williams, their rendition of the tune Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Yeah. All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all those lonely people. Look at all those lonely people now. Father McKenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near. Look at him working, donning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? I heard him say, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? He turned to me and he said, all the lonely people. Yeah. Where do they all belong? Look at all those lonely people. Yeah. Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, and Father McKenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walked from the grave. No one was saved, and he said, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? The man looked at me and he said, all the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all those lonely people. Look at all those lonely people. All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? I want somebody to tell me. All those lonely people. Where do they all belong?
Cover tunes here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. Going out to Edmund Williams in Queens, Ray Charles and his rendition of the Beatles' Eleanor Rigby, May 1968, release on the ABC record label. And let's play a request, because I wasn't going to play this. I didn't know that Jimmy was in the chat room. This is a request for listener Jimmy Amato. This is on the Marina label out of Chicago, Illinois. This is a rare 45 that Jimmy Gregg sold me this many, many years ago. I don't think it was cheap either. It's from, well, I don't think it's 62, Charlene. It's later than that. It's not 62 because there's a zip code. So I think I told you that. If there's a zip code, there can be no records in 1962 because zip codes came out, I don't know what, July of 63. So I think this record is more like 65, 64, 65. I don't know who had 62. If it's 30, it needs to be corrected. But this group is called the Cardinals. The Cardinals on the Marina label. It's with the Eddie C. Campbell Band, and this is for Jimmy Amato, who is now in our chat room. The Cardinals on Marina, a very rare record. It's called Cheney, Chaney, Cheney, and I think this is like 1964.
Janie, confess to me, Janie, that our love will always be. Oh, Janie, please admit you love me. Oh, Janie, how happy we can be.
I can't help myself now, darling. You've had my love anyhow. You wanted me to confess. I played my best and made a mess. You said how happy we could be. So if there's any love at all, then we both could see.
Oh, Janie, how happy we can be. Oh, Janie, I can love you.
There you go. That's going out to Jimmy Amato in our YouTube chat room. That's a group called the Cardinals. The Cardinals from its 1964-65 release on the Marina label, Marina Records out of Chicago, Illinois, song entitled Cheney. It's a very rare 45, I will tell you that much. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Up next, this singer from Orangeburg, South Carolina. He was a member of the 1950s group, the Rainbows. I've been featuring a few of his 45s lately here on the program. He recorded back in 1960 as Pretty Boy. He formed a group called the Good Timers and wrote some big hits too during his career. His name was Don Covey, and he recorded a number of recorded on a number of labels: Big Top, Blaze, Arnold, Fleetwood, Columbia, Cameo, Parkway, Rosemart, so many labels. Here's one on the Atlantic label. This is his seventh release on the Atlantic label, 7 of 16, from September 67. Let's give a listen to Don Covey and the Good Timers on Atlantic Records. It's called You Got Me on the Critical List.
Just got out of the hospital, y'all. This is my 19th nervous breakdown. The doctor said if I don't leave this moment I got, I'll be 6 feet under the ground. Oh, and I can't leave her alone, cause you're sweet to the bone. I can't leave her alone, cause you're sweet to the bone. Lord, you got me on the critical list, yo. Down on the critical list. She's got a soul. Well, I got me on the critical list. Yeah, everything I miss make a man like this. Oh, I got the love in the moment. I'm down with the sweet woman flu. Girl, your love is running through my system, and I don't know what I can do. Oh, Lord, the sweet to the bone. I can't leave you alone. Oh, the sweet to the bone. Leave you alone. Oh, they got me on the critical list, y'all. Sick, y'all. Oh, this love's got no list. Oh, sick, but doctor just can't do me no good, y'all. I'm sick, y'all. Down on the critical list, yeah. Oh, it's got me on the critical list, girl. Sweet baby, sweet down to the bone. I can't leave you alone. No, I just can't leave you alone. Oh, you're good to me, but you're bad for me. You're good to me.
Cool tunes here for a Wednesday evening. That's Don Covey and the Good Timers. Did I say good times? It's Good Timers. September 67 on the Atlantic label. You got me on the critical list. I'm telling you, Johnny G could have been on the critical list. I fell down those 3 stairs. The doctor said to me, you could have torn your Achilles tendon. You would have had to have surgery right away, and you would have been in a cast and then a boot for months, and then therapy. That was a big thing with me falling there. Thank goodness I am just about back to normal. Let's continue here on the All 60s edition. I've been having a conversation with a listener, David, is it David Bowder? Yeah, David Bowder, about these records on the Hit record label. Now, a lot of them are kind of like, not the greatest sounding, but there are a few of them that are definitely worth a play, and I think this is one of them. For especially this gal who's singing, because I think she had other releases on other labels. She went on to bigger and better things. I wouldn't say she was a big superstar, but this is actually a cover song, first done by Barbara Lewis on Atlantic Records in March of '63. Now, this is on the Hit label, as I mentioned. Hit Records was out of Nashville, Tennessee, and these records would sell much cheaper. They would sell like for 39 cents instead of 79 cents, but they were resung versions of hits at the time. And I think you could either get them like Woolworths would carry them, or I think you maybe used to get them in the back of certain magazines. They would advertise for them. They would send you the latest hits. Maybe even on TV they had an advertisement, but I don't remember. But anyway, this gal started recording for the label when she was 15 years old. She was born in Gallatin, Tennessee. She moved to Nashville when she was 5 years old. Her name is Alpha Zohal, but she just shortened it to Alpha Zoe. I don't know if you have pronounced it Zoeal, but it's Zohal, Zoehall. And she did 7 on the label, and she did 7 on the label as Alpha Zoe and 11 under various alternate names. So they would make these names up, but this is she's really Alpha, though. That is true. So let's give a listen to this version from 1963, sometime in '63, after Barbara Lewis's issue. Alpha Zoe on Hit Records with her rendition of the tune "Hello Stranger."
Shibop, shibop, my baby. Shibop, shibop.
Hello, stranger. It seems so good to see you back again. How long has it been?
Seems like a mighty long time. Shibop, shibop, my baby.
It seems like a mighty long time. Oh, my, I'm so glad you stopped by to say hello to me. Remember, that's the way it used to be. Ooh, it seems like a mighty long time. Shibop, shibop, my baby, ooh. It seems like a mighty long time.
Shibop, shibop, my baby. Shibop, shibop, my
Oh,
baby. Shibop, shibop, my baby. Shibop, shibop,
yes,
my baby.
I'm so
Shibop, shibop, my baby. Shibop, shibop,
glad
my
you're
baby.
here
Shibop, shibop, my baby.
again. Oh, if you're not gonna stay, please don't tease me like you did before, because I
Shabbat, my baby, ooh. It seems like a mighty long time. Shabbat, Shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, Shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, Shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, Shabbat, I'm so happy.
Well, I think that's one of the better productions there versus because she's got a decent voice, I have to say. There you go. Alpha Zoe is her name. 1963 release. That's her. I don't know which one that was of the ones that she did, but that's on the hit label Hello Stranger, originally done by Barbara Lewis. Let's continue here. Let's go to Washington, D.C. for this duo. They previously were members of the Sapphires that recorded for the Decca label back in 1958. They were Richard Dunbar and James Diggs. They signed with Checker Records to record as the Night Brothers. Now, you may know their biggest hit. It was called Temptation Bout to Get Me, and which was their fifth single for the Checker label. Let's give a listen to their first on the label, a tune written by those two guys, James Diggs. Well, I should say, no, you got James Diggs. Yeah, they both wrote it. This is arranged by Bert Burns. It's from July 63. These are the Night Brothers on Checker Records. It's called Love Parentheses, Can't You Hear Me? The Night Brothers.
Can't you hear me calling you want love? My love, everybody love now. Yeah, love, 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 love. Can't you hear me calling you now, love? Can't you hear me, love? Can't you hear me, love? Can't you hear me? I say that letter, the best one that I could. I wanted to make sure, darling, every word was understood. Say love, I received no answer, so I come to you. Here I'm down on my bended knee, Lord, and I say what I'll do. Come on, love, say what I'll do. Love, can't you hear me? Love, can't you hear me? Love, can't you hear me? I say that I'll change. Come on, love, I'll change. Love, I've been so mean to you. Love. Mean as a man can be. Love, I've also been very blue since you went away from me. Say love, love will give me one more chance. I'll prove my love to you. Here I'm down on my bended knee, Lord, and I say what I'll do. Come on, love, say what I'll do. Love, can't you hear me? Oh, love, love, can't you hear me? My love, love, can't you hear me? My love, love, can't you hear me? Oh, love, can't you hear me? My love,
There you go. That's the debut single on the Checker label for the Night Brothers. The Night Brothers from July 63. They're out of Washington, D.C. Richard Dunbar and James Diggs. It's called Love Parentheses, Can't You Hear Me? But I think the flip side here, they had more of a mellow, soulful sound. Let's see this flip side here. And this side, the flip side of this record is from July 63, is called Margaret, the Knight Brothers.
Sad and blue. Yes, love, I've done things only a fool would do. Down on my knees, and I beg you.
Margaret is the name of that one there. Those are the Knight Brothers there, the A and B side of their first 45 from July 63 on the Checker label, Love Can't You Hear Me, a stomper there, and the flip side there, a nice ballad called Margaret. Johnny G here, spinning the 1960s here. We're winding down on the program here as we get closer to midnight here. Let's continue here. Now, this next artist first recorded with different aliases, and he recorded with his birth name, Virgil Blanding, in 1964 on the RVA record label, then as Gil Blanding in 1966 on the Ready label, then as Virgil Blanding on Verve and Moonshot, and on this release, which supposedly first came out on Jerry Ross's Colossus record label in 1970 as Virgil Henry. And then Berry Gordy Jr. Contacted Virgil about working with Motown, as well as releasing it on this Tamla in 1971. And it was written and produced by Richie Adams. Interesting, Richie Adams, the lead singer of the Fireflies that did You Were Mine, and Mark Barkin. This is co-produced by Jerry Ross. I'm featuring the Tamla release, which came out in November of 1970. Touch of the 70s here on the 60s edition. Virgil Henry on Tamla. It's called You Ain't Saying Nothing New. Virgil Henry.
Of love and spring, baby, but you can't tell a book by its cover. So I took one look and had to discover you ain't saying nothing new. So
that's a touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. There you go. That's Virgil Henry. Virgil Henry from November 71 on the Tamla label. It first came out on Colossus a year, or in 1970. This is 71. You Ain't Saying Nothing New is the name of the tune. Johnny G is always babbling something. Yes, I am. So thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed the tunes here. Let's continue. And we fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in Mexico. And he must like this group. This group from Cleveland, Ohio, because he requested, I think you requested the flip side of this, or one of their other records, Adrian. The B-side to their first, I think you requested, on Harvey Fuqua's Tri-Fi label out of Detroit. It was called Stay, but this is the This is the B-side to their second release, co-written by the lead singer Ann Bogan. This is from January 63. These are the Challengers 3. The Challengers 3 with Ann Bogan on lead on Tri-Fi Records. This is for Adrian. It's called I Hear an Echo.
Comes the voice of an echo. It was the voice of my love. Every time I hear it, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you know, it reminds me, oh yes it does, what my love said in the past. Oh, I can hear him calling me, darling, darling, oh my God. You know I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, oh yes I do, with all of my heart. Oh, darling, oh darling, I love you, and we'll never, no, never, never, never part. I can hear the echo, echo, echo. Oh, I love you, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you, I want
What kind of sound is that? Is that a harmonica in the background there? I don't know what that is. It's a special sound that they're playing on there. That's from January 63. That's by request for Adrian Viterbo in Mexico. The Challengers 3 with Ann Bogan on lead. I Hear an Echo. Yes, I do. It's on Tri-Fi Records out of Detroit. Now, they were first called the Challengers, but there already was an instrumental group by that name that recorded for, I think, Vault Records at the time. So they had to change their name to the Challengers 3, a trio there. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, up next, the singer from Watchung, New Jersey? Did I say that right? I'm telling you, I have problems with these places to say these things, and don't ask me why, because I used to have good pronunciation. But in 1962, had 2 releases on the Turban label, and he followed that up with a release in 64 on the 20th Century Fox label. Had other releases on Peppermint, one on Peppermint Stick, and then he did 4 on the RCA label. His real name is Ricky Lancelotti. That's my father's gastro's doctor's last name, Lancelotti. I wonder if this is him. His real name was Ricky Lancelotti, but he recorded as Rick Lancelot. That's a cool name, I have to say. And this is here is his first release on the RCA record label, and this is from April of 1965. Rick Lancelot on RCA. It's called It's called Hoodoo Man. There you go. Rick Lancelot.
Now let me tell you, baby, what it's all about. Well, the things you used to do will have to be cut out. If you don't know what you're doing, you better hear my plan, 'cause you're fooling with a mighty, mighty powerful man. I got a feeling that you're doing me wrong. Your number's up and it won't be long. Well, you better understand, you're messing with the hoodoo man.
As Rick Lancelot. Rick Lancelot, really his name is Lancelotti. That's his first release on the RCA record label. From April of 1965, Hoodoo Man is the name of the tune. It was unfortunate, though, that he died. He died on April 7th of 1980. He died in a car crash, unfortunately, but he does have some cool records. Another one he has that's pretty good is called something about a lion. Live Like a Lion is another one he has. I think that's with Rick Lancelot and what is it? Charlene had it here. The Seven Nights, I think that's what the group there. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Let's continue here. And this next gal, she's originally from Louisville, Kentucky, but she was raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. She would have 9 releases on Joe Kowalski's Diamond label out of New York City between the years 1966 and 1969. This is her 4th release, and I think, Mark Speck, you'd have to agree with me that this is probably her most desirable record and probably her best record. She does have a few that are really good, but this is her best, I think. It was arranged by Renee Hall, produced by Bill Justice and Phil Cal, and this is actually the intended B-side. This is from September 67. Her name, Ruby Winters. Ruby Winters on the Diamond label, and it's a one-word title. It's called Better. It's Ruby Winters, Better.
Better to be a poor man's lover than a plaything for a rich boy. Better to be everything to someone than just somebody's toy. Better to have somebody love you for what you are, not for what he can get. Better to be an honest woman than an expensive bitch. Better to know he'll be there waiting in the evening when you need him. Money won't buy a good man's kind of loving, so be careful how you treat him. It takes a while to find the right man, but when you do, then you'll understand that it's better to be a poor man's joy than a rich man's toy.
Money won't buy a good man's kind of loving, so be careful how you treat him.
Oh, it takes a while to find the right man, but when you do, then you'll understand that it's better to be a poor man's joy than a rich man's toy. Oh, take it from me, you'll see a part-time love brings only misery, and it's better to be a man's whole world than it's sometime girl. Don't wanna be a sometime girl. No, no, no. I'm gonna be a poor man's lover. Yes, I would. Better to be now, baby. Belong to a poor man. Any day.
September 1967 release there for Ruby Winters. Ruby Winters on the Diamond record label. That's her fourth release on the Diamond label. Better is the name of the tune. Practice makes perfect is what I say. We're here on Vinyltreasure Overtime here. Let's do a little bit of overtime here. Up next is a keyboardist, trumpet player, band leader, singer, and he had this one release on the Liberty label. He was married to singer Gail Harris. She recorded for Carlton Records. She recorded for other labels too, I think. Didn't she record for Bang Records too, I think? But this tune written by Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart, produced by Snuff Garrett, arranged by Leon Russell. Let's go to September of 1965. Give a listen to Arlon Harmon. Arlon Harmon on the Liberty label. The song is called Out of the Picture.
It's great to be going places, meeting all the friendly faces, smiling at you when you walk by. Pretty girls all give you the eye. You feel about 10 feet high. It's a drag when you're out of the picture. Nobody wants you hanging around. Tell you to stay on your own side of town. Out of the picture. All of the lights of the city, making your picture so pretty. Neon signs, bright shiny cars, everyone dressed like a movie stars. So near and yet so far. It's a crime when you're out of the picture.
care. I walk around like a millionaire, my head high up in the air. I don't have to be out of the picture. When she's on my arm, I can hold my head high, and no one around can tell me that I'm out of the picture. Out of the picture, baby, yes indeed. I wanna say I'm out of the picture. I wanna find a woman,
That beat ballad is what I guess we call that one there. Arlon Harmon's his name, September 1965 on the Liberty record label. Out of the Picture is the name of the tune. Well, Johnny G's been out of the picture here on the webcam. I usually go on in the beginning. Sometimes when I go on a rant, you will see me, but maybe when they come up with some new technology and I get I get some in-studio producer here that can help me with this, then we'll do different things. But we are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime now on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. Again, if you're new to the program, don't forget to subscribe if you have not already done so, and give me a thumbs up if you dig what I'm doing. Let's continue here. This gal born in St. Matthews, South Carolina, but she moved to New York City in 1951. She began recording for the Tin Pan Alley label back in 1955, but she would have two more releases in the 50s on Dot Records, and then it wasn't until 1961 that she returned to recording, but she also created her own labels. She owned the Pearl Tone label and the Pearl label. Her real name was Lily Pearl Woodward, but she recorded as Pearl Woods. Now, after releases on Charge, Sue, Cracker Jack, and Wall, she would do two on the Mala label. This is her first, and it's a tune she wrote. It's arranged by Horace Ott. Let's go to March of 65. Give a listen to Pearl Woods, Mala Records. It's called I'm Gonna Stick With You. Pearl Woods.
You're playing around with someone new, and that's enough for me to say we're through. But oh, baby, there's no one else like you. No one thrills me like you do. That's why I'm gonna stick with you. That's right, girl, don't leave. You treat me like you don't care, and gee, that's so hard to bear. But oh, baby, there's no one else like you. As long as you don't say we're through, you know I'm gonna stick with you. That's right, girl, don't leave. Leave it to me, and you will never be free. Oh, babe, no, 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 no. I'm trying to make it plain for you to see that you're all right with me.
As Miss Pearl Woods. Pearl Woods from March 65. It's on the Mala label. It's called I'm Gonna Stick With You. Hopefully you'll stick with Johnny G just for a few more songs here before we sign off here on the program here. For this up next, a group originally from Washington, D.C. They headed to Philadelphia for fame and fortune back in 1960, signed with Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label. They had their first record was a song called If I Knew. You're going to hear that one on my Saturday night show. But they had another release on Guidon Records in 62. Then they signed with Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff's Gamble label in 1967. They had 2 releases on the label. This is their second, produced by Kenny Gamble, and Leon Huff, Eugene Dozier, all these producers here, Charlene. This features Eugene Williams on lead from January 1970, Touch of the 70s here with their second release on the Gamble label. These are the Cruisers, and the song is called Mink and Sable Mabel, the Cruisers.
Guys couldn't be. They always laughed at her because the dress size was too big. Now Mabel took it till she couldn't take no more. So she thought she'll even the score. Now Mink and Sable Mabel driving a Cadillac. If she keeps the payments up, she won't have to give it back.
Everybody asked her where she got the dough. She smiles and she tells them it ain't for them to know.
A few days later, the search at the bank was on. They couldn't find some cash, so they knew that it was gone. Now Mabel don't have a real good gig, don't they, dear? I know y'all did. Now she's driving big fine Cadillac. All the fellas wave at her, but she don't wave back.
Everybody's wondering where she got that car. The money that she's making couldn't stretch the floor.
Mabel, where'd you get that sable? Hey Mabel, where'd you get that sable? Driving a Cadillac. If she keeps the payments up, she won't have to give it back.
Everybody asked her where she got the gold. She smiles and tells them it ain't for them to know.
Making Sable Mabel, driving a Cadillac. If she keeps the payments up, she won't have to give it back.
Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. That is the intended A side. It's got that check mark on it. I didn't put that check mark there. The Gamble people put that check mark there. Well, it's on the label for the promo. That's the Cruisers there. The Cruisers on the Gamble label. That's their second release on Gamble, Mink and Sable Mabel. We do an instant request here for listener Mark Speck. He wants to hear the flip side. Let's look here. Dozier, Siegler, Hurt. Okay. Arranged by Lenny Pakula. Produced by Eugene Dozier. Okay, here we go. An instant request from Mark Speck. The Cruisers. We flip over that side called Mink and Sable Mabel. You get this side. It's called Picture Us, the Cruisers, for instant request from Mark Speck.
Picture us standing together, making our vows to love one another. For the day can't come too soon. In the early spring, one beautiful day in June, picture when it's time to kiss the bride of my arms, and you slowly walk inside. I'll hold you close, kiss you tenderly. We're gonna look so good, arm in arm, so naturally. Have all come true, for me, a girl for you. God will bless from above. We're gonna be so happy in a house that's filled with love.
Wow, Mark, that's a pretty good ballad there. It actually reminds me of their early 60s stuff with their harmonies in the back there. That's an instant request from Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Cruisers. That's the flip side of Mink and Sable Mabel, which was the A-side. That's the B-side, a song entitled Picture Us, an instant request for Mark Speck. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you for joining Johnny G. It's our All 60s edition. We do it every Wednesday night beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Oldies and More Radio, and also live on YouTube. And I hope you enjoyed all the tunes for tonight. Thank you all for your requests. If you have any future requests, you can send them to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number for all the shows here with requests. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon beginning at 1 p.m. We continue with the Relic Countdown. I got to pull a couple records out, so I got to close out here tonight. But then I'll be back Saturday night. Charlene has been accumulating your requests, so I have to pull the 45's out. It's been a difficult time. My father has been a little bit difficult lately, and his mind. So we're trying to get a handle on that, and it's tough when you're not used to dealing with someone that you're so used to dealing with in a certain way. But we're going to try to work through that. So this is such a great how do you call it, escape for me to play the records, because it kind of brings me back to reality, and then I can get back there. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, as I mentioned, at 1 p.m. till 3:30, then back on Saturday night. So thank you all for joining me tonight, and all your requests and all your comments and all the cool stuff tonight. But we're going to close the show tonight with this gal born in Neon, Kentucky, and her real name is Opal Jean Ambergy, and her debut single came out on the Sun label in the 1950s. It was called I Won't Be Rockin' Tonight, and Sam Phillips tried to push her as I guess you'd say the female Elvis, but she ended up on RCA Records. Maybe he sold her contract possibly, but she only had 2 releases on the RCA record label. But then she had one on Smash, and she had 6 on Gene Autry's Challenge record label out of Los Angeles, California. This was her first. It was a song she wrote. And our closer tonight, it was from December of 66 for Jean Chappelle. Jean Chappelle on the Challenge label. It's called Tell It Like It Is. And I do that all the time. Again, if you missed any of the program, I haven't seen the Copyright Police. They haven't been around. Okay, I like it that way, but who knows with what they're going to do. So if the show is never here, okay, you don't see it. A couple people have emailed me. They couldn't find it. It'll be posted on vinyltreasures.net. That's the website. You can go and download or stream the shows there. And hopefully it'll be up momentarily here as I sign off. But until they run it through their filter, they may block certain things, and I have to remove a song or two. But listen, there's nothing I can do. I'm on their platform. I got to abide by their rules. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Charlene, again for a great job on the research and helping me with the file tonight and the posts, the sharing on the on Facebook and all that. Charlene, my administrative assistant, I really couldn't do it without her. She's a very important part of the program here. So thank you all for being here. And I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long.
Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. If your heart is here,